Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. Sound right, boys.
Hey everyone, welcome to Kempner Canucks. My name is RevTrev, and tonight we had a good game, a hard-fought battle, best for the West. Ah, man, I really wanted this victory. I really wanted this win. Can't win them all, but the Vancouver Canucks, everyone, the Vancouver Canucks go down in a blaze of glory. Stars win it 3-1 in regulation. Welcome to the channel, everyone. Good to have you here. So I had lots of people at the game that I knew tonight. For example, my brother and his wife, Shane and Sarah, were there. So shout out to them. Canuck Clay was there. Coach Rob Willie was there. Shannon was there. There was a lot of people there tonight. And so shout out to all those awesome people. And this is way too bright. So, I want to hear your thoughts. I want you to post it in the comments. But I want to ask a couple questions. What about the fine line between being aggressive being aggressive, I forgot this part, and taking penalties. So that was the story of tonight. Just too many penalties, right? Right, everyone? So this is the big question. Where's the fine line between being an aggressive team, a hard to play against team, and being a team that takes too many penalties? Tonight, we took too many penalties. Let's just be honest. At the end of the day, we gave them way too many opportunities. They were 9th in the NHL on the power play. We gave them 5 power plays, 5 of them, okay? That's how nuts this game was tonight. What are we doing? So let's talk. Before I get into questions from the live stream, from the chat, and I appreciate everyone that is here. Let's talk quickly about this game. The pregame stories is Joshua was back. It was awesome to see him back. Awesome to watch him. I thought he had a really good game. And then Tocchet mixes up the lines. Wow, I was quite surprised. I want to talk about that in a moment. And then this was the battle for the best in the West. And unfortunately, we came on the wrong end of the sticks, everyone. Wrong end of the stick. So just a reminder, I make passionate, realistic, and honest Canucks content. If you like that kind of content, hit the like and subscribe, people, because that's one way to just show some support, some love. And even on losses, I show up. I know that our live streams, there's way more people that come in when we win. But listen, I'm here when we lose. I'm here when we win. I'm here when we lose in overtime. Like, I'm here for it all. So hit the like and subscribe. Also follow on Facebook, X, Instagram, and YouTube. Follow me under Kempner Canucks. I'd appreciate that. Okay, so let's dive into this a little bit more, into the game a little bit more here. And then I do want to talk about Tocchet cooking up with these lines, like cooking with these lines. I don't know. What's Tocchet cooking up with these lines? So this is why I want to bring this up, because at the end of the day, he practices with these lines. There's all the speculation. Okay, Joshua's playing with Miller and Besser, That's going to be the one line. We still got Pettersson and Höglander and Garland together. You know what I mean? Like this is what's going on. And then all of a sudden you get to the game, and Baines is playing with Miller, but there's no Brock Besser. It's Lafferty, and you're like, what? Apparently, Tocchet thinks that JT Miller doesn't need guys to play with. And Pettersson stays with Höglander, which is great. But then Brock Besser's on that line. And then, and then he goes back to the lifeline, everyone, which I don't mind that at all. I'm actually love this lifeline here. Let's just get this banner down. The lifeline comes back together, which is like, okay, cool. They like the success they were seeing. But the other stuff was like, what is going on? Why would you practice this way? And then right before the game's like, no, we're going to go with something that we haven't practiced. Now, it didn't work out for us. I mean, it didn't make us any better. It didn't really make us any worse. But I'm quite surprised, absolutely quite surprised that Tocchet's doing that. Like, people are sitting there going, yeah, Joshua's playing with Miller and Besser. Like, why don't you keep that line together? You just practice with them. I don't know. You know, like maybe they went back to the tape and thought, I just don't like what we see to them together. Let's just keep this together and let's just throw Baines up there. And it's like, really? All right. So anyways, let's get into the first period. What I loved about the game was there was playoff intensity, and I quite thoroughly enjoyed the battle, the fight, the challenge between both these teams. And then Dallas, I didn't know this, but pregame pregame or right at the beginning of the game, he said that Dallas had 20 goal scorers this season. 7. They were number 1 in the NHL. Like, this team has depth. So when I look at that, I'm like, if you have 20 goal scorers, you could win the Stanley Cup. You can win the Stanley Cup. Now, granted, Vancouver has 4, and we are still near the top of the league with 4 goal scorers over 20. But guys, this is insane. 7. Well done, Dallas. Okay. And I felt like PD was really fun to watch tonight. And then in that first period, he had an attempted bank shot, and then he had a point blank. Is it shot? Was it? Did he get the shot off the pass, or did he pass it? I can't remember. I thought he had a lot better game tonight. We know Lindholm wasn't there. And then Hughes gets the penalty on the high stick, and then Dallas scores on the power play. But the Canucks challenge the high stick, and it's unsuccessful. And I get what you're trying, because like you're in this really weird spot because Tocchet, if he doesn't challenge it, we don't go on the power play again, right? Or penalty kill again. But if we do challenge it, no, wait a minute. If we challenge it and we win, goal is disallowed, right? But if you get if you challenge it and you lose, you go back on the power play and the goal stands. I just felt like it wasn't worth it to me to challenge it. But then hindsight 2020, because we got a penalty from that, it didn't result in another Dallas goal, power play goal. So actually it worked out in our favor. And I don't really know how to feel. Like, I understand what you're trying to do there, because in their opinion, it's clearly a high stick, and they looked at it for a long time, and it wasn't conclusive in their books and their minds. And so, yeah, they didn't call it. And I'm not mad about it. I actually think the refs probably made the right call because they looked at it for so long, and I'm just going to give them the benefit of the doubt there. I'm not going to complain about that one. So second period comes in. We're losing 1-0. Garland was great all night, everyone. Oh, my goodness. He is just – it feels like he's gone to another level, hasn't he? Like, this is what we were hoping he would become. And he is. Excellent effort all night. Excellent pass to Bluger. And then another excellent spin backhanded pass to JT Miller. And then what a slap shot. Goal scored by JT Miller. Oh, I loved it. I love 1-1. And that was it for scoring, everyone. But Baines was the penalty drawer. He drew 2 penalties. Thankfully, he didn't get hurt on that one when he went to the boards. And then Canucks got away with a lot, as the Hintz penalty was super questionable, in my opinion. And then Zadorov's trip was stupid. He should have just hit Robertson. And I'm a huge Zadorov fan, so I'm not really complaining too much on that one. It was just disappointing. And then third period, what did you guys think about the hit on Joshua? Yes, it was potentially dangerous, but I want to know what you think about that hit, because Joshua was really ticked off. And if it wasn't a close game, I think he would have dropped the gloves with Heiskanen. And then, of course, the dagger. Jamie Benn with the power play goal ends up being the game winner. Sucked. I mean, good goal, but 5th power play, everyone. 5th power play. They finally win it. So asked a number of questions. Let's get into some of these answers here. I want to go first to leader of the Johns. Dude, you were here at 9:19 tonight with the first comment. You hit a player like Joshua got hit. You deserve to catch Zadorov outside. How about that? Right? And we can't beat them on 3-on-3 in overtime. Oh no, we can beat them on 3-on-3 in overtime. Just get there, guys. 6 minutes left in the third. I was hoping, bro. And then never mind. Shootout Victoria for birthing Ben. Oh yeah. Shout out to Victoria for birthing Jamie Benn. Yep. David W. is here. Too much like the Jets earlier versus the Golden Knights. Why do you always say Thursday Pacific time? I don't understand that, David. Just say just like the Jets earlier versus the Golden Knights. It will save you typing. The Canucks didn't find enough ways to score on a playoff caliber team of their own. Yeah. Listen, they're both playoff teams. This is playoff hockey. That's what it is. That's what it's going to look like in the playoffs. So we got to find ways to score. We're not scoring enough goals at this moment. Stars are always bright, but we have one, and his name is JT Miller. Absolutely. Dude, they had 6 guys and a coach at the All-Star game. 3 of the 6 have been pulling their weight. The other 3 have sucked straight up. Dude, listen. I hear what you're saying, okay? I hear what you're saying, bro. But Lindholm is injured. That's one of the other stars. And Demko is one of those people. So let's just – I understand what you're saying here, but Pettersson, Miller, and Hughes is probably the 3 that you're talking about. Then if you have Demko still there, Brock has struggled. Lindholm has struggled. So 4 of the 6 are still firing, would still be firing on all cylinders. Just saying. And Brock has 35 goals this year. Like, I don't really know what you expected out of him this year. Did you think he was going to score 50? Because I didn't. I actually predicted he would score 35 this year. And now some people thought he was going to get to 40, 45. I don't think he's going to get there. But you never know. He's still got a number of games, right? Not going to lie. I'm livid about this one. That first period power play close very, very clearly should have been disallowed. Okay, yeah, and I appreciate that. That's your opinion, Daniel. Yeah, it's disappointing. It's disappointing, but they looked at it long enough. I think that's what's going to happen, right? And Japan 4 is ticked off at the refs. I didn't think the officiating could possibly get any worse, and yet here we are again. That's what Spark says. Yeah, a lot of people are upset. There are things that they could have done better, but man, the referees did make it tough tonight, and I never complain about their officials. Yeah, I rarely do too. I don't think, yeah. I mean, they looked at it for so long, right? I don't care if you got 200 points in the first 30 games. If you can't get a half a point, every game guaranteed for $12 million, worthless. Yeah, it's frustrating. It's frustrating watching Pettersson this year. Honestly, it is. Yeah, Mike, I was wondering the same thing. Why is Suter up there? And why is Baines getting more minutes than Höglander? Because he played with JT Miller tonight. That's why. It's still early, but man, Pettersson's 8-year contract could be. I know, man. That's what I was saying. So, Japan Forces, I'm really interested to hear from the people who don't blame the refs. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Vancouver needed to score on those power plays, and that's the thing, right? So we can complain all we want about the penalties against us. If we do not take those power plays and do something with them, guys, it does not matter. It does not matter. You have to at least score on 1 or 2 power plays a game to have a really good chance of winning most nights. So, and I agree. Höglander or Garland should be on the power play one, in my opinion. So, yeah, I mean, the Stars didn't show up tonight. You're right. DeSmith played fine. He actually played a lot. You're losing respect for Tocchet. I don't know if I'm losing respect. I am questioning some of his decision makings lately. Like putting Myers last game on the top line with Hughes, that was weird. Tonight, Baines up there. Basically, you don't give Miller anyone to play with, really. Like, Baines is still, developing. Lafferty is not good enough, okay? He scores the only goal of the game from who? Garland. That's what happened because the lines are messed up. So, yeah, you know what? I'm Mike. I'm there with you right now. I'm blaming Rick Tocchet for this loss tonight. Go ahead and try to excuse this one. I don't know, man. I'm not really to argue. I'm just saying. Höglander is second in the entire league for points per 60. That's pretty awesome. Hoag's getting 11 minutes per game and Baines getting 13. I mean, it's only a couple minutes. It's not a big deal, but I do think he needs playing. Okay. That's great. I count 2 high sticking penalties called on Canucks players, Hughes and Bluger. Talk about having trouble keeping sticks. Yes. Yeah. It's really difficult. Really difficult. Tyler, he's in the building. I saw some good things. Yeah, I saw some good things tonight too. It's not a doom and gloom game for me, honestly. But just really, I really appreciate all you guys coming out, being a part of this stream, because it is a frustrating loss, everyone. It just is, and I get why people are upset tonight. But Tyler, I like that you're positive there. Yeah, I don't know why he doesn't like Höglander. To me is awesome. President's Trophy. Yeah, and personalized. Good to have you here. I agree with you. It's not going to happen, but playoffs will, and that's fine. Okay. Canucks game vlogger, were you there tonight? Did you go to the game or did you just watch it on TV? I'd love to know. The game was close until yeah. It sucks to lose, David. You're right. We have 6 different line combinations in a 1-1 game. Yeah, I know. All right. So what's Tocchet cooking? It rhymes with Beth. Mike, that was a good one. Okay. No way Baines is better fit with Miller than Joshua. I agree, Daniel. 1,000%. Pettersson is kind of sucking, Mr. Well. I've been saying that most of the year. I've been really disappointed in his play. We aren't beating good teams anymore. Justin, you're right. Last game we beat a playoff team was the Jets 3 weeks ago. Is that 3 weeks ago? Maybe it was. Yeah, 5-0. 5-0. No teams win when their top guys suck. And the power play doesn't go, right? Hey, leader, just so you know, in this stream, you're allowed to have a different opinion than everyone else or me. I have no problem with that. But the idea that, I don't come in here and say I'm the smartest guy in the room. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just presenting my thoughts and what I see in the game. And I like to ask questions. I like to have a conversation with people, and I love to hear their thoughts. So I'm totally cool that you may have a different opinion than me, but let me tell you something. I'm not giving anyone an excuse for the behavior. I think that you just need to like understand that we're all really passionate fans here. So please don't take my comments as trying to excuse their behavior, because yes, we lost, but we lost to now what would be considered the best team in the West. And it was a 2-1 game with just a couple minutes left and it was empty netter. So it's not like the sky is falling here, but you know what I mean? I hope I'm making, I'm very clear. I know I'm making that very clear what I'm meaning there. So Daniel, Tocchet did the right thing, challenging that. Yeah, sure. Look like an obvious high stick. I'm not giving them benefit of the doubt at all. Yeah. Tough game. Well, I'm giving them the, okay, Daniel, I'm giving the refs the benefit of the doubt because they looked at it for a very long time at all the different angles. It wasn't a quick thought. And at the end of the day, they deemed it a goal. So it is what it is. And we just got to get over it, you know? Jaden, tough game, but I think we'll bounce back. And you're also very mad. Yeah. Should I get a Baines jersey? I think because your last name is Baines, I would do that. I would personally do that. So 2 or 3 no calls for us. Yep. But we also got away with a few as well. So let's not become the fan base that complains every single game about the refs. Like, honestly, I rarely blame the refs. So what if we lose every game and miss the play? We're not, Jacob. We are not missing the playoffs. That is just like doom and gloom. Dude, relax. Oh, the hit seemed incidental. I thought so too, Joe. I did too. Safe to get a Baines jersey. Tocchet will have him playing 20 minutes a game and Hogs will be at 5. I don't know about that. Yeah, I know. Guys, I'm not happy with what Rick Tocchet did tonight. I'm being honest, being real passionate about this. Like, it is not good because you can't just get a guy coming off the street. Yeah, putting a 0 goal scorer in the slot, right? I know, guys. Can we not just admit that Tocchet blew it tonight? Yeah, I understand, David, that you live in the Eastern time zone. I just don't understand why you always have to put Pacific time zone or whatever. Like, it's just unnecessary in my opinion, but glad you're here though. Glad you're here. No calls, didn't matter. Our power play has 4th liners on it. Oh, okay. Are you meaning, because Suter's the 4th liner? Yeah, Hughes, Miller, Demko. Also, you don't like Pedersen. Okay, I get it. Dakota Joshua is a hitter, so if you can dish it, you need to be able to take it. Joshua seemed to take it, but not well. Why? Because the hit on him was with intent to injure. I'd be upset too. Okay. All right. Bottom line, not enough members of the Canucks roster put up points. Correct. There's 1 goal, so quite understandable. Yes. Yeah. Lafferty, Mikheyev are too bad at hockey to play together. Yeah. But they didn't play together tonight. Because Lafferty was, if maybe I'm wrong about this. So wasn't it? You think about this. It was Suter, Mikheyev, and Lafferty on the 4th line? I don't think it was. I thought Lafferty was playing with Miller. Is it safe to say Pedersen, Besser, and Lindholm have all sucked? Sorry for all. I intentionally yelling and then I love it. Yeah, it's safe to say that. Yeah. Well, wait a minute. Yeah, Besser hasn't sucked all year. I think Besser has probably been the best surprise out of those 3. So, but Lindholm has sucked. He has not been a good fit in Vancouver. I've been saying that for weeks, bro. When Joshua's on the ice at even strength, the Canucks have 3.63 more higher danger chances per 60 on the opposition net than their own. Wow, that's impressive. Not a bad game. I have Dallas ranked ahead of us, and they are good. Yeah, Justin. I mean, it's good perspective, right? And Petey and the Stars went pointless with a -1. Yeah, he won 60% of the faceoffs he had taken, but man, he could have done more. I agree, David. Yeah, it's true. Mike, you're right. Suter hasn't done what... I don't know why he's on power play 1. It doesn't make sense to me either. And the way that Dallas looks on the power play compared to us is just even better. But they are a better power play team than we are. This was, Jaden, for you, it might have been the most depressing game, but not for me, man. Not for me. The losing to LA sucked worse. When we lost 2-0 to Philadelphia, that was worse. And there was one other loss that was worse. Was it I think it was when we lost to the Jets the first time. Yeah, Mike had some good points for sure. What was with the lineups? Yeah, just experimenting. Yeah, I agree. Dreamer, you're right. You're right, brother. I recreated with my own hockey stick. Definitely a high stick. Okay. The line jumbling is so painful. Yes. Scoring will be a problem in the playoffs. If we keep the lines like this, they will be. We need Demko back. You're right. You're right. Even with limited playmakers with Miller, he still scored. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It wasn't that. Look, David, at who he played with, and then it was a line change that was going on. Miller came on and got the one jumper. He needs to play with better players than that. We need better wingers. That's why I didn't want to get Lindholm. Like hindsight 2020, we shouldn't have grabbed Lindholm. We needed a winger instead of Lindholm. But maybe it changes the playoffs. I'm not sure. With no defense, really? I mean, we beat Edmonton 8-1, man. Like to start the year off. Like I don't know about no defense. You went from a team scoring. Oh, maybe you're talking about last year. To a good defense that can't score. Yeah, I know. I don't know. If you're talking about this year, I'm not with you, but if you're talking about last year. York, good to have you here, my friend. Refereeing was awful once again. Buttman needs to go now. That's all I'm going to say tonight. Bad on the NHL night. Good night, bro. We need Lindholm back. Canucks not good enough to be out first round. Why didn't they beat us earlier in the season? That's okay. Be out the first round. Why didn't they beat us earlier in the season? Dallas? I don't know. Yeah. Last May. We were such a different team then, right? I'm very inspired by his story, but I think he provides great representation. Yes. Dude, I am too. I think he's got an opportunity to become like, I don't know if he plays the same style as Dakota Joshua, but boy, if he could have scoring success and still hit, I think he'll be a fan favorite because not only about his cultural background, but that he's from Surrey. His story is a beautiful thing. Honestly, it's a beautiful thing. I love it. The lines from yesterday's practice needed to be what was used today. Exactly, Jaden. I agree. I don't know why he's gambling. Did save goal. They played better in the first 4-on-4. You know what? I didn't think that Pettersson played bad tonight at all. It was disappointing he didn't score, but I think Pettersson's played really bad this year. He's had 2 major slumps. So he's just got to come out of that. I think he's playing better of late. So yeah, the referees focus their attention on less whistles and more game time, which is fine. Yeah, it sucks when you're right. It sucks when it decides games, and the refs don't do that. Junior, it's Junior. You are hilarious, bro. I love how like triggered you got tonight, though. Kind of funny. Oilers #1 soon. Oilers gonna no. I don't. Okay, listen, Angelo. I'm telling you this right now. I highly respect the Edmonton Oilers. I think they're a great team on many levels. But I'm telling you, it does not matter if we lose on April 13th to Edmonton. Okay. What matters is when we make the playoffs and we face them, we are going to beat them in a 7-game series. Our team, in my opinion, is better than theirs. But right now, the Oilers are playing better hockey than the Canucks. I will admit that. That doesn't mean that when we play them in a 7-game series, we won't beat them. And the reason why I tell you this is because we have better goaltending, we have better defense. They have better scoring than us right now. Okay? We're still outscoring most teams, if not all teams in the entire NHL. So we're one of the top 3 most scoringest teams. So I'm not saying that we have bad off. I mean, lately we've struggled, right? But against that defense and that goaltending, I'm not worried that we're going to, like, I'm concerned. Don't get me wrong. But I don't think it's like we can't play Edmonton because we're not going to beat them in 7 games. I think we're going to beat them in 7 games. That's just I'm just being bold about it right now. I don't fear the Oilers like everyone else does. Maybe I'm totally out to lunch, but I doubt it. I highly doubt it. Because I could be wrong, but I highly doubt it. Yeah, we're 1 game. I mean, we've had 2 opportunities to clinch. I wish we would have got it done tonight. Came here for some post-game therapy. Someone give me a hug. I know, it's really sad, man. I know. It's frustrating. Put Hronek back in power. Yeah, see, I would rather have Hronek there than Suter. I don't get that. Oh, speaking of the power play, Justin, I want to bring this up. Here's the thing about the power play that's super, super interesting to me. They actually were overplaying Pettersson on the right. They did not want him winding up from the right-hand side and letting his howitzer go. You know what I mean? So I thought that was interesting. So then the Canucks were like, oh, we got to do something else. And that's why I don't think we looked as good on the power play. Excuse me, everyone. Really? Tocchet's losing confidence in Höglander? Like, are you kidding me? I don't know. I hate it when he does stuff like that. I don't know. You're probably right, but that bothers me personalized. Not what you said, but that Tocchet would do that. Joe, Stars fan here. You have had our number for years, so it's nice not to lose. The last 2 games we played were nail biters. Y'all are going to be tough out in the playoffs. Hey, see, there we go. Thank you for coming in here, watching this. This is not the Canucks. It's not a Stars channel. I think it's awesome that you came in here. But here's the thing, Joe. Thank you for just coming in and having respect towards our team. Because honestly, I have a lot of respect for Dallas. I have a lot of respect for Edmonton. I have a lot of respect for Vegas. I have a lot of respect for Colorado. Even Winnipeg. I don't like Winnipeg, but I have lots of respect for them. And I think that's the key. I think we all have contending teams, and whoever comes out of the West, it's going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be crazy. But I think it's going to be awesome hockey. I can't wait for the playoffs. Yeah, I don't know, Ricky. I don't know. Are you ready to sign? No, I am not. I do not. Listen to me very clearly, Mr. Whale. This is my personal opinion. You can have a different opinion than me. I do not want to give Hronek more money than Hughes. I think that's just a recipe for disaster. I don't think he's as good as everyone says without Hughes. I'm telling you that right now. I like Hronek. I hope we bring him back, but I do not want to give him $8 million a year. We can't just keep giving these massive contracts to players. Like, we've got to sign Joshua back. In my opinion, we need to sign Hronek and Zadorov back. That's who I want to bring back. Those two. But if we're paying $8-9 million to Hronek, we're screwed. Guys, we're screwed. 1 hour dinner with Pia Suter or 2 hour bowling session with Niels Hoglander. Where would you take Suter for dinner? What? I would go with Hoglander in a heartbeat. Sorry, Jayden. I don't understand what you're saying there. If our road games are more successful than our home games, maybe home ice advantage isn't. But listen, we were like 24-8 at home. So I'm not. I just think that this is the hardest part about the of fandom. Okay, like the highs and lows, right? I know that you're joking on that, so I'm just trying to jump in with you. I tell Mr. Will, that's an awesome comment. I'd go out for dinner with Suter and tell him to get out the power play. Suter has 2 goals on the power play total. Hoglander is 5-on-5. Who should play on the power play? Well, yeah, I guess there's 2 sides to that story, right, Japan? Yeah, you're right. They all struggled. Yeah, I agree, Jayden. That's what should have happened, but I don't understand what Talk did. Because of a weak penalty kill, not because of our offense. Come on, no. Wait a minute. We took 5 penalties, so we don't have a weak penalty kill. Listen, we shouldn't be taking 5 penalties a game in any game. So I'm pushing back. We're playing the 9th best power play team in the NHL, and you gave them 5 penalties, 5 power plays, and they scored twice. That is why we lost the game, not because we have a weak penalty kill. It's because they are good on the power play, and we gave them too much. So, all right, David, what do you got to say now? Suter was good on faceoffs versus the Stars, having 5 out of 7, but didn't put up a point. Said that Baines, Besser, Hogs, Joshua, Lafferty, Mikheyev, Petey, and Podkolzin among forwards also went pointless. Yeah. Everyone went pointless except for 3 people. David, 3 people. Hands. Oh, I know. You're in the East. You're like David. You're in the East. This is a late night, bro. You're at what would it be? So you're 3 hours ahead. You're almost at 1:30 in the morning. Oh man. Good thing it's Good Friday tomorrow, bro. Three for 5. Yeah, I agree. David, that's it. That's it right there. You've nailed it right here. We go 0 for 3 on our power play, and we allow them to score 2 goals on their 5 power plays. That's the game, guys. It's hard to win games when you're averaging 2.45 goals since January. We were at 3.55. Oh, man. The Lindholm trade is the difference. Wow. Yes, Roland, you're right. McD and Drysdale will. They had the potential to do that. Yes, they had the potential. But remember, when we played them, we shut them down on the power play a lot. So I just think it's interesting how we just think that we're going to roll over and just let them do whatever they want. No, we're not. We actually play McDavid and Draisaitl pretty tough. We do. It definitely was a loss because of the special teams tonight, not the 5-on-5. 100%. The Oilers got crushed by Ottawa? They did? That's crazy. Golf can't beat top teams unless power play gets better, and Demko is in there. Yes, I agree. I like that. DeSmith was second star tonight. He was phenomenal. I agree. Power play won't get better. It's the only part of the lineup Talk doesn't juggle like, yeah, I know. It's frustrating. You know what? I think the Canucks are going to win the very first series, and we're going to play the Oilers in the next. So I'm looking forward. That's the series I want to play in round 2. Tanev apparently loves playing well against Vancouver. Yeah, he's so good, isn't he? Miller's first ever game as a Canuck, he sniped at one against Dallas. I didn't know that. That's interesting. Remember that time Dallas was playing Edmonton? They had an empty net and only to miss it. And then, yes, that was crazy, man. Okay, Hans, I want to see a Canucks Stars Canucks series because the Glardy-Aquilini rivalry would be priceless. And if we do, doesn't it mean that we will be in the Western Conference Finals against each other? That would be another reason why I want to see that. Vegas smoked the Jets tonight, so I wonder if the Jets are sliding. You know what? I think Vegas is good. The Jets are sliding, though. You're right. Hronik's worth based on statistics and the salary cap algorithm is $4.4 million max. This is before a physical assessment. Yeah, but Frank Saravelli says that he's worth like 8 or 9. So I don't know. I just know that he always thinks way higher and they go for lower. So 4 overtime game. That's awesome. That would have been awesome playoff game. The last playoff hockey game I've been to was Canucks versus Colorado Avalanche in Vancouver. That's how long ago. They had Sakic, Forsberg, Bork, Patrick Waugh, Hayduk. They were stacked. 2 of the Golden Knights, 4 goals were empty netters, but still the Jets. Yeah, that's a good point. It wasn't a blowout. So you're right. Yeah, but I mean, they only basically lost by 1, right? Oh, personalized. You got to get to one, man. That's cool that you were at the Sedin's last game. That's cool. That is really cool. I'm glad you were there. Yeah. Oilers beat the Kings. Oh. Love your streams, man. You've helped me get through some tough times at university. Oh, hey, glad that you're a university student. And I'm glad I'm helping you out. Any advice for how to follow my dreams of becoming the first Indian hockey reporter for the Canucks? That's a good question. I think, of course, you're going to have to put a lot of work into it and you have to grind. I think one of it is you got to work on, like, where I'm not great. I'm not great at pronouncing names. Once I get it, I'm good. But the pronunciation of names and having, not that you need to have anything, like, you don't always need insight that's more than, like, you don't have, in my opinion, you don't have to be the smartest guy in the room. But what you do need to do is be able to appeal to the fan base and have a connection and know what you're talking about when it comes to the Canucks. I mean, yeah. So, but follow your dreams, dude. Follow them. Like, go for it. Now, hopefully you can hold people's attention. Work on that. Work on storytelling and quickly. Like, people don't like boring. People don't like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to read the room. You got to read, like, how long you can talk. If you know, there's lots of, I could talk a little while on that. But Jaden, I hope the best for you, and I hope that your dreams come true. And I'm cheering you on, bro. I'm cheering you on. Yeah, it was lethal. They look magical on the ice tonight. I think the Canucks can learn from them. Yeah, they had a lot of opportunities. Joker thinks that it's all Bluger's fault. Yeah, I mean, you're saying the high stick, 2 penalties, right? Oh, okay. That's good. I think it was Talk's fault, guys, but anyways. Yeah, exactly. Mike, I think we're all saying the same thing here. Staying up to 1:30 in the morning just to lose a brutal game like this. I know, but we're diehard fans, everyone. All right, everyone. I get into some more here. Just got in here, boys. What are we all saying about the reffing tonight? Called a pretty fair game, eh? I think it went both ways. it sucked that we lost, but it was 5 power plays, and I don't think a lot of them were it. You know, there's only a couple questionable calls in my opinion. I mean, I felt like that we got away with murder sometimes too. So, hey, Monty, good to see you here, man. Been sitting here listening, and all I can say is I don't fall into the Canucks fan typical trap of getting down on the team when things get tough. Preach it, Monty. This team is different than any other team, any Canucks team in a very long time. I agree. Sakic, Forsberg, Roy, Foot. Yeah. Oh, dude. That's when we had Naslin, Morrison, Bertuzzi, Jovo, Linden. Yeah. It was awesome series. Got swept, but they said it was the best series in the first round, and that was kind of amazing, right? So, Monty. Yeah, you're right. The playoffs are a different beast, and I just hope that we can just get going here. Jaden, I am so sorry to break this to you, but you will not be in the first reporter for the Canucks. When I worked for the Canucks as a blogger, there was a reporter there at the time. All right. That's fine. But guess what? Jaden wants to stick around for forever. Dallas guy, for sure. 2 hits. Yeah. Dallas is a good shutdown team. Yeah, they're very good. Throws in the boys and uses the word giveaway. Yeah. By the way, Jaden, keep dreaming big. Yeah, we're all with you, Jaden. Work for it. Do it. You got this. That dream of yours to report will happen if you make it happen. Believe it. Yeah. Work hard, bro. Keep grinding. Far from a Dallas fan. Yeah, I know. I thought this was awful, and nothing will convince me that the first goal. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You're entitled to your opinion, and you could be definitely right on that. The refs disagreed with you, but that's okay. That doesn't mean that you're not right. It might mean that you're totally right. Vancouver, born and raised, and I've been with this team through all the ups and downs. Me too, bro. Me too. Okay, fun fact. In the last 20 seasons, when the Canucks are in the playoffs, whoever they played and would beat them ended up at least in the Stanley Cup Finals. They have to beat the best, hence the... Yeah, exactly. Good night, brother. I'll like and leave a comment on both accounts. Thank you so much for your support. And you know what, guys, girls, I'm going to call it a night. It's been 47 minutes. I love hanging out with you. I'm disappointed in the loss, but I'm going to call it a night. Looking forward to Good Friday. Easter's my favorite weekend of the year. Can't wait for tomorrow to start. Love Easter. It's my favorite weekend of the year for sure. And I get to see my parents. My wife's parents are coming into town as well, so that's an extra bonus to the weekend. It's gonna be a great time with family and at church, and I'm pumped for this weekend. It's gonna be great. And then Sunday, I'm planning on live streaming after the Anaheim game. I just don't know if it's probably gonna be in the evening because the game's in the evening. I believe is it a 7:00 start? Let's just look before we end this tonight. It is at 12:30 in the afternoon. Oh, yeah, I'll probably end up streaming in the evening. But yeah, it's an afternoon thriller, everyone. So thanks so much for coming out. I appreciate each one of you. And let's not stay down. Let's listen to what Monty had to say. We're still second best in the West, and we're making the playoffs, which we couldn't have said last year. Okay. So of course, always, thanks for watching. Hit the like and subscribe, follow on all my socials. And of course, always go Canucks, go.